Welcome back, students. Now we will see the risk statistics. You know, there are many different methods, many different ways are being used for measuring the risk. There is no universally agreed only one risk measurement. Out of them, standard deviation and variance, majority of the analysts and the fund managers, they use uh, variance and standard deviation to measure the risk. So, being the finance graduate, we should know how these are being calculated. Standard deviation is the statistical measure of the spread of a sample. If for example, the return is there, how that risk, the return is, how stable it is, or how fluctuating it is, how volatile it is. Standard deviation gives you one measurement of that. Its interpretation is facilitated by discussion of the normal distribution. Once you take a vast distribution, then the distribution will look like this. It will look like a bell-shaped curve, which we call as a normal curve. Okay, normal distribution, bell curve, bell-shaped distribution, all different names we use it. Here, the author has used the large cap common stocks. The large cap common stock. You see what the authors have done for measuring the large cap common stock. They have used the 1926 to 2015. They measured the large cap common stocks return. That means it is a large enough sample, isn't it? The sample is quite a large enough. Once you go with a large enough sample, definitely the sample will look like a bell-shaped curve. In that, the return is 12.1%. Now you see, to the right, to the left, it is being used different 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation and 3 standard deviation. And go through the, you have your PowerPoint, go through the large cap stocks return distribution, please. Go to the large cap return distribution, slide number 10. Large cap distribution says 12.1 is the return, 19.8 is the standard deviation. Remember this, 12.1 is the return and 19.8 is the standard deviation. Now 12.1 plus 19.8, 12.1 plus 19.8 is equal to how much? Is equal to 31.9%. You see, plus 1 standard deviation is equal to 31.9%. Now it can go up to 31.9% plus also. It can also go minus also. It can also go minus also. So 19.8, if we make minus, then it will be minus 7.7%. How? 12.1 to become 0 is 12.1 loss, and another 19.8 is equal to 7.7 negative return. Therefore, anytime one standard deviation right, one standard deviation left, that means it can be profit or loss up to one standard deviation is equal to 7.7 minus to 31.9 plus. The return may vary. The average return is 12.1%. But some year the return may go up to 31.9 also. Some year the return may go up to minus 7.7 also. Be careful. Don't be fascinated with only 12.1% return. The standard deviation is 19.8. Therefore, the standard deviation can go right, means you can get a positive return up to 31.9 also. You can get a negative return up to 7.7 also. So, statistically, in a bell curve, the possibility of one standard deviation plus and minus will be 68.26% time it may happen. 68.26% time means two-thirds of the time. Two-thirds of the time, the return may go up to 31.9 plus 7.7 minus. Similarly, if you make 2 standard deviation plus, 2 standard deviation minus, the return may and 95.44 times might be chances are there you can have 2 standard deviation plus, 2 standard deviation minus. That means return may go up to 51.7%, 31.9 plus 19.8 is equal to 51.7, or the return might go negative to 27.5% loss. Further, if you want to know further accuracy in the distribution, you can go 99.74% of the time. The return may go up to 71.5% and it may go up to minus 47.3%. This is the way the standard deviation is helpful predicting the risk and return of a particular series of data. Therefore, 19.8 is the standard deviation of large cap stocks from 26 to 2017, 1926 to 2017, large range of data, and that too the large cap stock of US. So the sample is sufficient enough so that the return will look like a bell curve, and two-thirds of the time you may observe the return may go plus how much? Plus 31.9% minus 7.7%. This is the way we make the interpretation of a normal curve with the standard deviation and average return. Now question comes, how we calculate the standard deviation in a pen and paper way. Of course, in a spreadsheet it is too easy to calculate, but in pen and paper way, how can you calculate it? For example, the same return of 4 years, year 1, year 2, 3 and 4, 15%, 9%, 6% and 12% are the return. Calculate the average return. The 4 years return added with 4 years return, 15 plus 9 plus 6 plus 12 divided by 4 will be the average return, 10.5%. You deduct this 10.5% from each return, which will give you the deviation. So the deviation from the first year return is 4.5%. Deviation from the second year return is minus 1.5%. Deviation from the third year is minus 4.5%. Deviation from return from the fourth year is 1.5%. So make the square of the deviation so that the negative impact will be removed. So 0.045 square is equal to 0.002025, and similarly you have all the deviations, you make a square, so get the squared deviations. Make the total of the squared deviation. You got 4.5%, 0.45% is the square of the deviation. Square of the deviation divided by n minus 1 will give you the variance. So 0.0045 divided by n minus 1. We are doing for a sample, so n minus 1 is the most used one. So total square deviation, sum of the square deviation divided by n minus 1 will be your variance. Variance here is 0.0015. Standard deviation is the square root of the variance. The square root of 0.0015 is equal to 0.03873. That is equal to standard deviation of the series, or 3.873 is the standard deviation of the series. This is the way we calculate the standard deviation. Return, Total of the return divided by n is equal to average return. Return minus average return is equal to deviation from the return. Square of the deviation of the return. Totaling the squared deviation will give you the squared sum of squared deviations. Divided by n minus 1 will give you the variance. Square root of variance will give you the standard deviation. I hope it is clear. So this is the way we make the calculation of the standard deviation from a particular sample. Just let me